battling to make their way into the first circle. Up there, so they're in a rough spot.
Yeah, my main thing that I'm looking at the moment is this eastern cluster of players over towards Milton, actually even contesting over on the mainland towards the official.
You would kind of favor Indian Tigers in this particular scenario. They have the top fraggers throughout the group stage and of course semis as well. So they would be the team who these guys would be kind of worried of facing off against. And so far, we do see Team India and Godlike, they are within spitting distance.
Very, very close. A lot of these rotations, they've yet to come through, so once they start to come out, then we're going to see some shots start to pop off as the first circle is going to be that fast rotation, especially if you're over on the eastern side.
I do see Team India slowly moving towards the coast there, towards the bridge. Now, are they going to make a play for this is the question, because like you mentioned earlier, John, there's so many players gathered together, and this can get a little tricky. It looks like we do have a little bit of an issue here. It shouldn't be too long, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, it looks like we're going to have a couple of tech issues. We'll take a breather for now. Not too sure if this game will be continued. I hope it will. But
yeah, I really like the circle. I really do enjoy the circle. I don't think they've shown it yet on the main screen, but it's a very interesting circle, and this is going to guarantee a lot of bloodbath happening early on in the game.
For sure. I mean, it's gonna maybe push it towards the phase 4 compared to phase 5 where we normally see it, because it does just shrink the effective land inside the circle. The less land mass you have, the more likely it is to get those early fights.
Indeed. For now, though, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure this game is gonna get restarted. I hope it doesn't, because like I said, I mean, this is so cool if you look at the way the team is set up, but it looks like we might have a restart because we can see the circles shrinking down right now, John, and no one's really moved yet. So I do believe we might have a restart of the game coming in.
Yeah, it does look that way for now. We'll wait for official word, though, before we call it.
Yeah.
But it looks like the players are chilling out.
Yeah.
Megastar's just, laying back.
Yeah, I kind of don't think this particular game is going to be counted, but not to worry. I think the restart should be coming in very, very quickly. Let's talk a little bit about the other lesser-known teams here, John. I mean, you do know a lot of these teams who, general public wouldn't be that very well versed with.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at specifically the first team, the top team, the Brawlers coming in from the semi-finals. They are pretty well known, to be fair, but they did have a massive change from the group stages to the semi-finals. Particularly, it's exemplified by one of their players, Frost, 7 kills in the group stages, popped all the way up to 33. That's third place fragger in the semi-finals.
That's insane.
Huge players. The question is, are they going to be able to step up yet again here at the finals?
Speaking of big fraggers, we have Team Hydra as well, who did place a third, if I'm not mistaken, in the semis. And of course, it was all, I would say all thanks to Joker, because if you look at Joker, he came 4th place when it comes to frags in the groups, but in the semis, all the way bottom, and not bottom, but like 23rd, not the best of showing. So he's a player we're going to be having to keep an eye out to kind of perform today if Hydra want to get that coveted spot for Berlin.
And one thing we have to keep in mind is when they went from groups to semis, they actually played 4 more matches. So you actually fragged less in more matches, which is a little bit of a hindrance, a little bit kind of scary. Maybe when the pressure's on, he can't perform as well, but pressure, this is their moment, right? They have to perform here if they want to make it to Berlin.
Yeah, so the thing with Joker as well, very, very aggressive. We see it time and time again that they are just going to be going for those fast pushes, plays on the flank, plays for position, and is not afraid to take the fight. And that is something that is unique, specifically about Hydra, is that they have exemplified that aggression. It was a little bit tempered towards the semi-finals. Maybe the nerves got to them. Maybe they figured out, well, hang on a minute, we actually want to really get to the finals here. We're really going to put in the effort.
I actually have a question for you, John, because obviously you obviously watch more NA and EU and the different styles of PUBG mobile meta, so to speak. And do you feel like the Indian meta right now is kind of like a mix and an in-between a more passive Western meta and hyper-aggressive Chinese style of PUBG?
I think that's using those rolling hills as cover, using the trees, using the rocks and smokes to your advantage. That's where a team can really, really dominate because you have so much control over the open space, which is where a lot of the other teams in India have struggled. But now we're at a stage where these teams will
analyze the situation. Do we try to run by another team with some vehicles to get a good position, or do we take a slower route, go around them with less a chance of getting, firefights, but more 5 eliminations, 3rd place overall than the group stage. Then moving into the semis, 29 kills 4th place. That speaks of consistency. Now, you did mention John Omen obviously is not playing within the team, but everyone across the entire board has been playing the same kind of level Smokey has. So I feel like this is a team that you're really going to have to watch out for. But I guess it comes down to the online factor, or not the online, the LAN factor, right? Of the pressure, the audience watching you in the crowd cheering for you, rooting against you maybe. It depends obviously if they like you or not. But this is a lot of pressure. But I think Insidious is a team we have to really keep an eye out for.
Of course, 8-Bit, a team we see on our screens at the moment, they have put in the effort a lot of the time, and they have been able to come up trumps. If they can get that consistency, that's what's going to see them through.
Well, speaking of 8-Bit, we had some time to sit down and look at them a little bit more, so let's actually take a look at 8-Bit.
Myself, Matik. My IGN is 8-Bit Mad. I play for Team 8-Bit and I'm from Mumbai.
My name is Satyam Saigal. My in-game name is 8-Bit Ryzen. I play for Team 8-Bit and I live in New Delhi.
Hi, I'm Pariti Khullar. My IGN is 8-Bit Raven. I'm from Indore and I play for
My name is Manmeet Singh. My in-game name is 8-Bit Ted and I am from New Delhi.
My name is Ashish Bhatnagar and my in-game name is 8-Bit Dash and I am from Jharkhand.
प्रेशर तो फील होता है जब खेलते हैं क्योंकि ऐसे 8-Bit को रिप्रेजेंट कर इतना बड़ा नाम है, ऊपर से हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इतना ग्रो हो रही है, लेकिन जो फैंस के एक्सपेक्टेशन से अगर उस पर हम लोग स्टैंड हो जाते हैं तो हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा फील होता है जब फैंस हमें सपोर्ट करते हैं, हमारे चैट में हमारा नाम लेते हैं लाइव स्ट्रीम में, तो वो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, उससे थोड़ा हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट होता है।
मेरा सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ बोलना चाहती हूँ कि सारी गर्ल्स को कि अगर तुम लोगों को कुछ करना है तो ये मत सोचो कि दूसरे लोग क्या बोलेंगे, जस्ट गो फॉरवर्ड विद दैट। हमेशा एक चीज़ देखना कि